Welcome, dear viewers, to Shadowgate. I'm joined by David.
Yes, I'm here as always.
David's here as always because it doesn't matter what the game is, he cannot get enough adventure gaming. We will be joined periodically throughout this game by various retro-loving friends of mine. Of ours, I suppose. I'm streaming this over Discord, and I left the channel open for anybody to pop in, so we'll be getting some special guests throughout the playthrough. This is exciting. Suha's not with us. She is still dealing with the trials and tribulations of having a newborn, so we are going to take a brief break from Quest for Glory to play some other stuff, and I thought, what better for the Halloween spooky season than one of my favorite semi-spooky, very atmospheric adventure games, Shadowgate.
Now, Rick, tell me, what is your relation to Shadowgate? What has been your foundational experience with this franchise and/or game?
My foundational experience was first playing this game on the Game Boy Color.
I will say the Game Boy Color version is fantastic.
It is.
The one thing I really like about the Game Boy Color version is that navigation is really easy. NES feels very definitive to me, especially because the soundtrack is phenomenal versus like the original versions, but you still have to like move the cursor around, which is a pest.
Yeah, they made it a little bit easier to navigate, even though you're dealing with the smaller screen. But there are so many versions of Shadowgate out there. There is the original black and white Mac version. There's the color Apple II version. There's the NES version. There's the Game Boy Color version. I think that most people who are familiar with Shadowgate, most people who love it, are familiar with the NES version. And that's kind of what we're playing here. This is actually a version of the game known as the 8-Bit Adventure Anthology. It is available on Steam. It is, I think, $8 on Steam, but it includes the NES versions of Shadowgate, Uninvited, and Deja Vu, which were known as MacVenture games. The nice thing about this little collection is that they add mouse support. So this is for all intents and purposes, this is the original NES Shadowgate, except with mouse support for clicking on things, which really is a pretty huge quality of life thing and makes it a heck of a lot easier to navigate. Also, there is a new Shadowgate out. There is an official sequel by the original team and also a developer known as Graph Metal who did some MacVenture style games, and they are so good that Zajoy, who is the original creators of Shadowgate and now owns the license, actually worked with them to develop the sequel that we never had. Shadowgate's lineage gets a little messy. There was a game called Beyond Shadowgate. It was much different from this, and I can't remember what it was released on. Do you remember, David?
I have more experience with the N64 sequel, Trial of the Four Towers, so Beyond Shadowgate I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Okay, I'm wanting to say, and I'll put an annotation in for this, but I'm wanting to say that it was like maybe TurboGrafx or something like that. It was one of the like the non-Nintendo Sega consoles, and it was a lot different from this, but the original design document for Beyond Shadowgate was very much a point-and-click adventure, and that's what they kind of revived and kickstarted, and that just came out in September of 2024, a few weeks before this recording. So my intention is to do a quick playthrough of Shadowgate, which I know very well, and then come back right after with Beyond Shadowgate, the brand new sequel, which my wife Jessie will join for scaring off in this year. So taking a little brief break from Quest for Glory to get into the spooky season. And who knows, by the time we finish Beyond Shadowgate, maybe Suha will be ready to come back and continue the spooky season with Quest for Glory 4. Anyway, that's not for a while yet. For now, we've got so much Shadowgate to get through. So my experience with this game was originally playing it on the Game Boy Color, but what about you, David?
Pretty much the same. I did get to experience the NES version and later purchased it, but my first completed playthrough was on the Game Boy Color.
Interesting. So we have the same background here.
Yes.
Yeah, they re-released the original as Shadowgate Classic to coincide with the release of Shadowgate 64, which I've never really played. Is it worth playing, even as a novelty?
I have a big soft spot for Shadowgate 64. It's a very slow adventure game. You move at a plodding pace, and the visuals are very drab, but I do really like the atmosphere of the game. It's kind of Kingsfield adjacent, but it's a very plodding game. So I will be an apologist for it and say that it's worthwhile, but big hanging asterisk.
Fascinating. Okay, well, I should check it out sometime because I've always wanted to try it. I've played like 5 minutes of it, and I thought that it was pretty novel, and I wanted to go back to it, but maybe someday. For now, let's just enjoy the original Shadowgate. The last thing that you remember is standing before the wizard Lakmir as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway which lies at the edge of a forest. The druid's words ring in your ears. Within the castle Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded warlock lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. The combination of his evil arts and the great titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings, the seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the Warlock Lord.
Now, do you think that are we really the chosen one, or did the wizard just find some schmuck and be like, well, this is the third time's a charm?
That's why I like that setup so much. It's like, well, you're probably the only one that can do this, so good luck, chum. So, the way that these MacVenture games work, and this is how all of them are, Uninvited, Deja Vu, Shadowgate, no matter which version you play, they are first-person adventure games that take place in a little window here. We have our inventory on the side, and all of our verbs, Monkey Island style, are down here. There's a little map that will show you roughly where the exits are in any room that we go into. We can save our game. We'll be doing that often. We can use things on ourselves. We can also gain spells as we go, which will be useful for various things. But the biggest thing that this game is known for is the torch mechanic. We can have up to 2 torches lit at one time, and as we do actions, our torch will run out. And when it gets low enough, we will hear an anxiety-inducing music track akin to sonic drowning as we await the final flicker of our flame to snuff out and leave us in the darkness. At that point, we have 2 options. We can either light a new torch if we have one, or die in the darkness. So there is a timed element to this game. Luckily, they give you plenty of torches, and also we've all run through this game many times, so this is going to be more of an exhibition than an actual, unseen Let's Play. So we should be okay, but I will still show the death for dying without a torch, because it's so iconic. So this is a heavy wooden door with iron hinges, a stone wall. We have the skull of some creature. Its meaning seems quite clear, and death lurks inside.
Some creature. It feels very human-esque.
Yeah. This is the door leading into the castle Shadowgate. I'm going to hit this skull. Okay, fine. Nothing happened. I'm going to open the skull. And as if by magic, the skull rises. And look at that. We've already got the key 1. It's in our hand. So we can move by either clicking on the scene or clicking on the icon on the map. I'll click on the scene, it's more fun that way. That pitiful wizard Lakmir was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me. You will surely regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death. The sound of maniacal laughter echoes in your ears.
Your Warlock Lord voice is, very noble, very hoity-toity.
Yeah, I'm going by the seat of my pants here. Also, he's wrong. There are many deaths waiting for us here. So let's start by taking these torches. Now,
Chosen One number 4 is going to have a hard time because you're taking all the torches.
Yes. I don't recall. Do you have an inventory limit in this version?
I feel like there might be. It's been a while. I think you have like 4 pages, unless like this version has some quality of life.
This version did not change anything to my recollection except for adding mouse support.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I believe that in the original Mac versions, you could only hold so many things before you had to drop something, but I feel like it's unlimited in this game. We will find out, though. Okay, looking around, we are wasting our time. Cool. There's a beautifully woven rug on the floor.
You know what you gotta do with that rug.
Of course, we have to use the torch. The rug quickly catches on fire and burns away.
But that brought the whole room together. Why did you do that?
This door is locked. This wooden door is reinforced with heavy sheets of steel, and it is also locked. Well, luckily for us, we have the key 1. We can use that on these doors. Click the key worked. It unlocked the door. The stone walls seem uncomfortably close as you walk down the stairs. Now, this room is so good because this room tells you everything that you need to know about Shadowgate right here. So we're going to take a look at this book. It's an ancient tome. It seems that no one has disturbed its pages for centuries.
Wonder why that is.
If you take this tome, when you remove the book from its pedestal, the floor collapses and you fall to your death. It's a sad thing that your adventures have ended here.
One thing I love about Shadowgate is that it has the energy of a DM improvising and just being a jackass with you.
Yes, absolutely. So, you see a tome, you pick it up thinking that's the solution, instant death. So what you actually need to do here is open the book and examine it. A rectangular hole has been cut out of the inside of the book. And there, within the book, we have key 2. So we'll take key 2, and we now have the second key. Close the book. It's only right. So as you can see, there's more torches. This is really the only way you can find them is kind of on the walls, and there are a finite number. So if you take too long on your first playthrough, you will likely need to start a new game because you'll kind of learn what the solutions are and be able to better manage your torches. But luckily for us, we're veterans. We know what we're doing.
Now that torch...
Interestingly, this torch is not part of the stack. So torches are an oil-soaked rag, or have an oil-soaked rag wrapped around them. This torch, well, there's something out of the ordinary about this torch, but you can't put a finger on it. This is a lot meaner in the original, because the way that the original game worked, you literally would drag the sprites from the screen into your inventory. So every torch would look different, so you would not think that there was anything special about this torch. Luckily here in the NES version, they kind of highlight it so you know, okay, this one's out of the ordinary. I'm going to have to use that somewhere. Here we have a stone wall. Seems to be set loosely in the mortar, this stone. And sure enough, it falls away to reveal a secret passage. So yeah, you can see here, and I'm kind of over-explaining this interface, I know, but it's unique. so I feel the need to kind of go into some detail. As you can see, we have our 2 exits on the top side of the room. This one corresponds to the hole, and this one corresponds to going around the corner. So kind of nice that they have this feature to get around easily. Helps you not miss a door, which can be a problem in other adventure games. So if we come along here, the stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. One thing that I always loved about Shadowgate, especially as a kid, was how much world building they do with these descriptions.
Yeah, like enslaved dwarves? That implies a lot!
It does! So we've got a few doors here. You can open them. Also, if you notice, our torch is starting to go low. The sprite will flicker, and then eventually we'll start hearing the panic music. So look forward to that. Alright, so we have 4 doors we can go through here. Well, 3 new ones. A shark swims by as if patrolling this calm pool. A lime-covered skeleton stares at you through eyeless sockets. The waters of this subterranean lake are as still as a corpse.
This is the castle's shark room. Anxiety!
Anxiety. This is the "Your Torch is Low" music, and this instantly spikes my heart rate. But it's okay. We'll go ahead and use a torch, so we are okay for now. I do have to die at some point. Maybe next time my torch runs out, we will die. As you swim toward the skeleton, you feel the jaws of a shark grab you and pull you under. You curse yourself for using your body as bait. Even before the life has left your body, the lake will be filled with your blood. This is a very violent NES game, too.
Yeah.
I don't know how they slipped some of this shit past Nintendo.
I mean, I think it helps that it's like all in prose. It was graphically violent, and they might have raised more of a fuss.
That is true.
So what do you think the function of this room is exactly for the castle?
That's a great question.
I'm going to say that the Warlock Lord really likes his pet shark.
That could be. I think about that a lot whenever I'm exploring a castle in a game. Like, what is this actually for? Why do they have this room? Water cascades over a subterranean cliff into a cool, clean stream.
There's rocks.
Cold water cascades down a cliff into a small stream. There are rocks. The way up this stairway is obstructed by a landslide, so we cannot go up this staircase because the way is blocked by a landslide, and even with your might, you cannot clear yourself a path.
I'm the chosen one.
This drives me crazy, and has always driven me crazy. And I found out recently that in the original 1.0 release of the game on the black and white Macintosh, there is an Easter egg that you can do that allows you to get behind that landslide. And it's just a little developer Easter egg. But you can't do it in any other version of the game, even later releases of that black and white version. So it's only in the original release. And since I can't show it here, I will simply splice in some video here of me getting the Easter egg so that you can all see what it looks like, both in black and white, and to get the Easter egg. Anyway, go off and watch that, and we'll be here for you when you return. So, as it turns out, in the original version of Shadowgate, the original version, not just the black and white version, the original version of the black and white version, you could actually get behind the rock slide by the waterfall. It's just an Easter egg. It's not actually relevant to the game. But I thought it was really fucking neat. So I wanted to show you what happens when you get behind the rock slide. So there's a very specific sequence of events that you need to do. So what we're going to do is go to the rope room. And we're going to take the sling. And we need the stinky bottle. Let's go ahead and do this. Open the book. Take the key. Go back. Use our key. Open our closet. And get the sling. We'll do that and go in there and go across the bridge. Get fucked. Undead apparition. Get rid of this old torch. We don't need that. Take a new one. Okay, so we want the stinky bottle. Not only that, but we want to close the stinky bottle. So now we have almost everything that we need. I can just double click these. Okay, we'll go ahead and light our other torch for good measure. And we'll put our stone in our sling, and we are now almost ready to go. So this rock slide here, it occurred ages ago. It would take you a year to clear it away. I know this drove me crazy when I first played Shadowgate. I wanted to get behind there, and I thought for sure that you could, but obviously you can't. Or can't you? If you take the stinky bottle and you put it exactly on these coordinates right here, right on top of that first step, this exact spot, pixel for pixel, we'll leave that there. Now we are going to operate the torch on the bottle to heat it up. It says the vial does not catch fire. It lies. We will now take our sling and the heated bottle explodes, clearing the landslide. This staircase was used by the Circle of 12 as an escape route in case of nuclear disaster. So what is in this room? All this time, all these years, since I played this game on the Game Boy Color, granted a lot later than many people did, but still, I've wanted to know what's in this room. So what's there? Why, it's the Todd Zipnik Memorial Secret Room. This is the fabled symbol of the Circle of 12. There's a bottle here. It's a small black bottle with a cork on top. We can open the bottle and consume it. The liquid from the bottle flows easily down your throat. That was good. And at this point, all we can do is dick around until the game kicks us out. The mighty Circle of 12 dismisses you back to the game. You must leave and defeat the mighty Warlock Lord. As you leave, you hear the start of a landslide. And that's it. That's what's behind this fucking landslide this whole time. All these years, that's what I've been waiting for. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I did. Wow, wasn't that interesting and fascinating? David, are you enriched?
I am extremely enriched. I feel like I have more trivia in my brain. This is bettering my life on a fundamental level.
It is. So this screen is also slightly bullshit because remember how I was just talking about how they show you where the rooms are so that it's easier to navigate? Well, they break the rule here. First off, I'm going to grab some of these stones. Actually, first off, I'm going to use it. Well, you know what? I'm going to use a torch. Oh my god. There. Use the wrong one. Anyway, as I was saying, this is kind of bullshit because they do not show you that you can actually move behind the waterfall. The walls in this room are much too close for comfort. The damp walls of this eerie cavern are rough and irregular.
There's a stone zit here.
It won't open. But the rock is quite loose, so let's use violence. You hit the rock as hard as you can.
Ow!
The loose rock falls down as if hinged to the wall. Cool, the bag one was taken.
Graham finds a priceless jewel in the stump.
The bag contains 3 large jewels: white gem, red gem, and blue gem. It's a white stone of unknown origin, a fine thing to gamble away in a good card game. It's a fine red ruby. Its color reminds you of your adventure across the Sea of Blood. And it's a dark blue gemstone that is as big as the pommel of a sword. Like, this little bit here about your adventure across the Sea of Blood, like, that's what I'm talking about with the world building. I have no idea if this is ever mentioned again anywhere in the game, but it's so cool to think that, like, oh, I'm a seasoned adventurer. I did things. Things happened outside of this playthrough that are interesting.
Like, how did they get all that blood for an entire ocean?
Right. Must have killed a lot of guys. Beautiful. You enter a cold room. The stench of flesh in decay pervades the small chamber. You begin to shiver. This room is really cold.
Aha!
Hey, if it isn't Dave. Welcome to the stream, Dave.
Hello! Sorry, took a little bit longer than expected.
Hey, that's okay. Dave is also an old Shadowgate ghoul like David and myself.
Yeah.
So David and I talked a little bit about our origin stories with this game. Turns out he also played through the Game Boy Color version, so I'm not crazy.
What? Insanity.
What's your Shadowgate beginnings, Dave?
Well, my Shadowgate beginnings, I read about it in Nintendo Power back when I was a wee lad in the 1600s. I think there was like a question and answer for like a Shadowgate, like how do you beat the Banshee? Mm-hmm. And the graphics looked so like incredible. And it was for rent at our local video store, and I rented it, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I think I rented it like 3 times so I could get to the end.
Nice.
Like, had it with me for like over like a week.
I think the first time I heard about Shadowgate was Nintendo Power running like their like top 50 NES games of all time list or something of that nature.
Whoa.
Large pedestal with iron trim, a small trapdoor made of polished metal. We have a small hole in the wall, some 3 inches deep, and a finely crafted wooden door. So did you play any of the other MacVenture games as a lad, Dave, and Uninvited or Deja Vu?
I played all of them. They were all
nice.
They were all a lot of fun. Well, they were mostly fun.
Yeah.
Rank them.
Shadowgate. That's it.
That's it. The other 2 don't even rate.
Deja Vu was fine. It felt like a little bit stuffier.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Fear grips you as you enter this hot room. Did you ever play Deja Vu 2?
No, I didn't play Deja 2.
That did not get an NES port, but there is a PC version.
Uninvited was neat. Like, I like the horror elements of Shadowgate, which is why Deja Vu kind of fell flat for me.
Yeah.
But Uninvited was, I think, a little too obtuse.
It was very obtuse. I watched you play through it a couple of years ago, and some of that game.
Yeah, it was very, like, why? Yeah.
Now,
the weird thing for me is that, like, out of the 3 games, like, Uninvited is like $60 for a loose cartridge, while the other 2 can get for about 10 at time of recording.
I'd love to own a physical copy of Uninvited, but I don't think it's worth the money, personally. Well, in this room, all we can see are 2 eyes in the darkness. They seem to be watching every move we make. Look at all this stuff that's in this room. We got a
I want all
torch. There's a spear, 7 feet long, made of finely forged silver. Got an ancient gnome warhammer, does not show the signs of battle. Man, I love all this stuff. I love these skulls. I'm gonna take this hammer. It looks really useful. Oh no! Whoosh! Flames suddenly shoot from the dragon's mouth. Oh, it's a dragon. Dragon flame engulfs your body. You pay for your curiosity with your life. It's a sad thing that our adventures have ended here.
In terms
Let's
of
try that again.
video game death trauma, like, how does the Reaper and Shadowgate rank versus, Sierra, big scary skull faces?
You know, I played this a little bit when I was a little bit older. So let's see, if I had it on Game Boy Color, I was probably 12 or 13 when I played this. So still spooky, but on the little screen, not as bad as seeing a giant skull pop up on my monitor as a young child. For those who don't know, scared the ever-loving shit out of me as a kid anytime I saw a skull. So I would not play games if there was a giant skull on the death screen.
Whoa.
Just too scary. Too
Shadowgate was was so good at extracting dread from me.
Yes.
Like the your torch is almost out music is terrifying. Even this music is like kind of like it puts you in a mood.
Yes,
and
this is like the some shit is gonna go down music.
And the game over screen, like I am not scared of a giant. I was not scared of a giant skull as a child, but there's something about the fidelity of the graphics of the Grim Reaper that like felt weighty, and the music was like it was so wistful. It's like it's just like it just sounds like regret, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, like you let the Warlock Lord take over by summoning the behemoth, you absolute dingus. How could you let this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it really stuck with me. In fact, like I used to play like with action figures, like when I had like action figures as a kid, I would like make stages. I would make like Castlevania stages or like video game stages. Like stage 1 would be my bedroom, yada yada yada. And I would always make sure to make the final boss like where the TV was, because I would make like the final boss die, like the strongest looking like action figure would die to the hero's hand, and then I would turn on the TV and I would just like have it looping the Shadowgate theme, like
oh my God.
And like just imagine like me throwing like a figure, like an action figure off of like, you know, like a bunk bed, and as it's falling you're just like hearing
That is so cool.
I tried incorporating Nintendo like BGM to my action. To
Nice.
my playing. I played like I set a lot of like tragic sounds to like Shadowgate, but I also used a lot of like, if you're familiar with like the soundtrack of Bayou Billy, The Adventures of Bayou Billy, like I feel like that track really rips, and I use that for a lot of my, just adventuring music.
Nice. Just have it playing on the TV.
Yeah.
Rick, what are you gonna do about this dragon?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab the shield. The shield is in hand, and now we have a little bit of protection.
And you die.
No, you raise your shield just in time to block the dragon flame. So now we're totally protected. Now it doesn't matter what we do in here, the dragon flame cannot hurt us. So we'll just go ahead and grab this hammer. That looks pretty useful. Again, flame spews forth. Use the shield for protection. It's getting hot. You don't know how much longer you can stand it. I'm sure this is fine. We'll grab the spear. And again, flame spews forth. It's getting hot. Whatever.
We need every single skull and bone.
Yeah, we gotta grab this helmet. Again, flame spews forth. This torch looks pretty useful. This shield is just doing Yaomin's work here. This is great. Oh, it melts under the intensity of the dragon flame, and our body fares no better. Oh, wow, not even our best friend could recognize our burning body. Damn.
I wish I could recognize my best friend. Some friend you are.
So, you do have limited number of things you can take from this screen, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay, because we don't need everything here. What do we need, though? We need the hammer and we need the spear, but we don't need the helmet, right?
No.
In my recollection, we do not need the helmet.
Just hammer, spear. Oh, sorry.
That train is the sound of adventure games coming toward you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hammer, spear. And I think we can get the torch, right?
I think so, but like I forget if what's in the chest is essential.
I don't think so, no. Let's save. No, it won't open. And we can't take it. Okay, so we're good now. We've got everything that we need from this room. We're back in this room that stinks of rotten meat. So let's see here. Let's go back into our bag. We've got 3 large jewels here, and there's a nice little jewel hole right here on the wall. So let's see, which one is it? Is it the white gem? Oh, I have to take it first.
It is in hand.
Okay, red gem's in hand, blue gem's in hand. Cool, so we're just gonna ignore that. It's probably fine. Not too worried about the torch. Use the white gem. Ah, it fits perfectly in the hole. A small crystal sphere magically appears on the stand. And the sphere is now in hand. Cool. Well, we are good here. I guess we could open up this trapdoor. And move down the trapdoor. Oh, a broken fragment of a wooden ladder hangs from the opening. As you go down the trapdoor, you realize you took a big step. The fall is quite fatal.
Now, see, if this was a Sierra game, they really would have played up that, watch that first step.
Uh-huh.
That was a doozy.
Alright, well, it loaded us back in by the dragon, so let's go ahead and open this bag again. Take these gems again.
Have a great summer. See you next fall.
All right. Now we're back in business. Maybe? Can I not save my game?
Have you soft locked yourself?
Oh, there we go. Okay, the spacebar worked. All right.
So, why do you think the Warlock Lord has broken ladders? This is not going to pass code, if you ask me.
No, I don't know why he hasn't gotten these things fixed by now.
Doesn't he have enough enslaved dwarves to make sure maintenance is kept up on?
I think he killed them all.
Oh no.
This crystal sphere is as cold as ice. So we can probably drop it into the lake and notice the ripples disappear as the water turns into ice. How nice.
Not so nice for the shark.
Maybe the shark was just hot.
And while we're here, we can just melt the entire lake with a flickering torch. The lake refreezes, but we can take our sphere back. Cool. All right.
Uh-oh.
Your torch goes out with a fizzle. With outstretched arms, you move slowly, looking for a light. Suddenly, you trip over something. Smash! You fall face first to the floor. And we are dead.
Done in by a pratfall.
Such a pathetic death. That
It
you are
is.
supposed to be the chosen one, and you just like fall flat in your face to death. God, what a
Not even
chud.
eaten by a grue.
No, you fucking trip over your shoelace. This long, cold hallway is lined on either side by half a dozen coffins. Cold marble coffin lid seals an ancient deathbed. This tomb is sealed with a silver lid. It's a cold stone coffin. The lid of this coffin is made of solid gold. It must be worth a fortune. And this standing sarcophagus is sealed with the dragon scale cover. So we can open these coffins. If we choose to open one of these coffins, which I believe is this one, the lid of the coffin is open. And green slime that is disgusting is now all over the floor.
I was hoping for delicious green slime.
Well, it's very thick and warm to the touch, so if you're into that kind of thing, let's just walk around it and go out of this exit. Unfortunately, we try to pass the slime, but it engulfs the body, dissolving it in seconds. You die instantly. No pain, no nothing. You were slimed.
It was so like bizarre because this came out around the time of like Nickelodeon where getting slimed was like a thing, and I was like I couldn't comprehend like the sentence "you were slimed" was like a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you open up that coffin, the slime is out of the cage and you can no longer pass through to this door. You can go around, there's another way, but it's annoying. So, cool. Old adventure games.
Don't open it!
The lid of the coffin is open. Oh, there's a bag. It's a leather pouch.
Whoa. Why were there like 700 exclamation marks on that?
There is a mummy in this one.
Go with Daddy.
The mummy bursts into flames, leaving behind a scepter among the ashes.
You really are a archaeologist right now.
Yeah. And let's see, this last one is the Banshee, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that just a jump scare, or does that come back to haunt you later?
I was gonna ask you that. I don't think anything happens. I don't think there's any repercussions. But I think that might depend on the version?
Yeah, I get confused because in like a few years ago, Zajoy remade the game completely, and I don't really care for the remake very much. It's in like a modern graphical style, but it's still like a point-and-click game. It was a nice effort, but they made some changes that I don't really care for, and one of them is that if you open up the Banshee's coffin, then you get put on a timer and can eventually die to it, like in Uninvited. But I think that was only in the remake.
That never happened to me on the NES version. I would always open it up just so we could go.
Like this? As you open the tomb, a banshee flies out and emits an ear-shattering scream. You're all right, but it's very hard to hear. Well, you know, we're gonna roll with it. Fuck it, let's see what happens.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? This room full of mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair. Again with the world building. I've always wondered what King Otto's Fair is, and I want to go to the Elven Funhouse.
Yeah, they have fuck's an Elven Funhouse?
It's a funhouse for elves.
Yeah.
What is elvish fun, really?
Well, like, there's like some one-way mirrors where they can just kind of like look at the ugly peasants that are coming into the fun house.
It's, I think we're approaching fetish territory.
This broom looks remarkably like the one owned by the Sirens of the Isle of Yeklum Iret.
What the fuck? I want to know what the Sirens of the Isle of Yeklum Iret.
Well, we know that this is the kind of broom they keep.
Yeah, and Yeklum Iret backwards is Terry Mulkey, so...
Why, like... the fact that your main character just knows what the broom that the Sirens...
Yeah.
It's like the most chud-ass detail to remember. Hey, check out these Sirens of the Isle of Yeklum Iret. Fuck that. What about the... Hey, check out that broom. I'm gonna remember this.
Clearly, he was, working part-time as a custodian for them at some point.
Yeah, it's just like an oak-cedar broom or something. Like, wow, this looks like the ancient broom of the dwarves of the Third Isle.
I mean, why wouldn't they just make it the witches of the Isle of Yeklum Becklum?
Yeklum Becklum. We have our 3 mirrors here. Carved oak frames, fine reflections.
Whenever I see a mirror, I've got such intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, like what?
Makes me want to practice kissing on it.
Oh.
No, it makes me want to hit it.
So what you're saying is we should probably hit one of these mirrors with a hammer.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we break the mirror, shards of glass fly through the air and slice into our body. Blood pours from our wounds and our body slumps to the floor.
I have always wanted to see what that looked like.
Yeah.
Like, how hard did he hit this mirror, and what kinds of shards are these that they just pass through him like a hot knife through butter?
Yeah, like what kind of pressure is behind that mirror to cause the shards to fly out at that velocity?
And cause blood loss. Death by blood loss. Oh my god!
You've opened a magic portal into deep space. You're immediately sucked through. The lack of air causes you to quickly lose consciousness. The Grim Reaper quickly embraces you.
Oh. That was a sweet ending.
Oh, we got an achievement. We broke a mirror into space. All right.
Clearly, we never want to open any of these mirrors, right? After that?
Well,
No.
maybe the middle one has a door behind it. Let's see. If we bellow like some Norse god and smash the hammer into the mirror, what happens? Ah, we shatter the mirror, revealing an iron door.
That's an iron door. That's an iron door, huh? It looks
That's
like a. It looks like a janitor's closet kind of door.
Yeah, no, it's an iron door. It lies beyond the broken edges of the mirror. And it's locked. Luckily for us, we have key 3.
So every time somebody passes through, he has to replace that mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, all of the other chosen ones have broken this mirror before. Like when the warlock has to reset the escape room that is Castle Shadowgate, that's one of the most expensive parts.
Yeah.
Need to have a word with these dwarves that built this house.
Well, you said that he killed them already, so I don't know. We're kind of past that point.
That's true.
Well, I don't know. We have died a lot.
We have. This room is incredibly hot. This must be what the lower levels of Gehenna are like. The heat is unbearable, and you have to turn back.
This is like the fires of the Isle of Crundus Bundus. See, when I read through the Nintendo Power that had Shadowgate, this room with the orb, this room with the fire, it had like a creature in there, like a hellish creature in there, and I think it might have been something that was cut out or from a different version of the game that I never ever saw that creature when I played through Shadowgate.
Nope, the creature's there.
Oh, he is?
He is. So we're going through our secret passage now. Let's go ahead and grab this.
You don't open the arrow.
Why do I keep hitting open instead of take? Arrow is in hand. Let's grab a couple of torches. Oh, we can't take these torches. How interesting. Well, maybe we can move up to this door. Hell no. The ledge wasn't strong enough to hold you. You fall to the ground and land hard on your ass.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
They said rump on the NES.
If you can't take these torches, just try moving them. You might find a hidden door and a spiral staircase leading down. You stand at the edge of a deep chasm. From the darkness below arise the screams of the undead. This cave is roughly in the chasm's wall.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the one on the right looks a little bit more secure.
You know, I love old games because you can see the sprite pop in for the bridge, and you just know that that's made to not be there.
I think you're seeing things.
We'll try. As you reach the middle of the bridge, it collapses under your feet. It won't hold you. You can't cross unless you lose some weight. Oops. Didn't mean to end.
Remember's like, not to fat shame you, like that bridge was just not secure.
Yeah. lay off on the Twinkies.
So let's go ahead and save the game. There is not a way to drop your stuff, right?
I don't think there is. Wait. No, I don't think so.
Isn't it leave?
Oh yeah, leave.
No! No! Wait a minute! So I don't think that's the solution for this bridge, is it?
If I recall, you can drop like some items, but it's just like the stuff that isn't plot critical or within reason. But I think that the solution actually is like a magic spell.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Not a magic spell, but a magic something. Epor.
Alright, so let's try going this way instead. Oh, we can't. Yes, we can. What's this? A wraith is standing in your way, barring your path. Fuck it, I'm not scared. Oh, yes, I am, apparently. Can I hit him? No, I'm afraid to get near it. Okay.
What kind of chosen one are you? You're scared of a little wraith.
Scared a little ghost. So this is where we use our fancy, weird, not part of the normal stack torch. I guess we just use it on the wraith? You put the torch close to the wraith, but nothing happens. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had to use the torch on the torch, not the torch on the torch. The torch burns with a strange white flame. With a shout, you throw the flaming torch at it. With a blinding flash, the white flame engulfs the undead apparition. When you open your eyes again, the wraith is gone. Cool. Cool, more torches.
I love having more torches.
And a cloak. This heavy cloak contains no frivolous adornments such as pockets or a hood.
Well, that sucks. I want pockets.
Let's use this cloak on ourself. You try on the cloak and find it very unbecoming. It barely fits over your armor. For some reason, that's a visual that's always stuck with me. Like a big, heavy, Warcraft-style paladin, just chunky as hell, with a little sheet draped over him.
Ooh.
You're just a Gears of War's guy lumbering around here with a cloak 2 sizes too small.
Exactly. A small stone chamber is lined on one side by 2 barred portals. Sturdy bars seal this cage. Your nose detects the presence of a concealed animal. You can hear a faint scratching from behind the dark depth. from within the dark depths behind the bars. The sign reads Epor. Epor. Ah, you got it. It seems to some sort of magic word.
It does seems to.
You've learned 1 magic spell. And now we have the Epor spell. It's a strange sounding word indeed. What happens if we use it? The spell was chanted, Epor. There are many strange things in this world. When you said the magic spell, the rope moved. Having stretched up to the hole, the rope stops moving. Very nice. Let's take a torch, and what do we have on this shelf? An ancient leather-bound parchment. A small silver bottle. What is it? It sure smells terrible. This small silver vial glows with a lustrous shine. You notice that the bottle is impossibly light. Yeah, so that's what I thought. I think that is the bottle that lets us cross the chasm, right?
Yeah.
And what if we open up this scroll? Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. 5 to find, 3 are won. 1 gives access, the bladed sun. The silver orb to banish below, the staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden blade, the last to invoke the platinum horn. Huh, sounds like nonsense.
But it did make me very sweaty.
Yeah. Very sweaty. You know what makes me sweaty, David?
What's that?
Walls that look like there are doors in the wall. And sure enough, damp air is blowing out of the gap in the stone wall. You feel the ground shake as the rock moves slowly aside to reveal a passageway. Love secret passageways. The cold water from the limestone drips on your neck, sending shivers down your spine. So we have a stone wall. We have a concave polygon. It seems to have been carefully carved into the stone. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a concave polygon, I want to throw a gem in it. The red gem fits, but nothing happens. The blue gem, however, as soon as I place it into the hole, I hear the sound of grinding stone. The wall slowly rises to reveal a magical image of an old wizard. Dave, would you like to be the wizard?
Sure. Listen, warrior. The Warlock Lord can only be defeated by thy courage and the Staff of Ages. Remember, 5 to find, 3 for the staff, 1 to be the key, and 1 to be thy pathway. Have thy wits about thee, warrior. Physical 100 is on. I have to watch it fairly well.
The wall slides back into place, hiding the image from your sight. A scroll appears.
I'm on the last episode of Ted Lasso.
You've read the scroll. The scroll reads, "As the shadow of the wind, thou shalt be." Humana. You've learned one magic spell. As the spell was chanted, the scroll too quickly vanished.
See ya.
Have you played the game or have you watched the HBO series, The Last of Us? It's very good.
I'm glad that we have acquired the Humana insurance spell.
I must go now. What did you think of the Fallout series? I think they adapted it quite well. Goodbye, Humana!
Alright, let's see. Am I missing? And yes, I am missing something. I'm missing something very important.
I know we haven't gotten into the locker yet.
Exactly. We got this key too.
I always forget. I always do this like after the fact.
Yeah, we got this key too. We can get in this locker, and a sword and a sling are here. Dave, there's no limit to your inventory in this version, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Was there on the originals?
Yes.
What?
Yes, you definitely had a limited inventory in the Mac originals.
I mean, if there is no limit, then the leave verb would be entirely just to declutter your inventory, I think.
Yes. Alright, so now we are wearing the cloak, we have smashed the mirror. I think we have what we need for now. We do have to come back later. Unless we can just get it. Can we just get that now? Let's see.
I think we have to come back later, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
Let's see, because can't we use...
The bottle?
Yeah, which one was it?
2.
2, yes. Use bottle 2 on self. And we immediately begin to rise in the air. There we go, yes. A giant snake confronts you in this small cave. We don't have what we need to deal with the snake right now.
But the bottle 2 wears off.
Yes, so we're going to have to...
Die! And be replaced with Chosen One number 7.
Yes.
It is you, the Chosen 7. Chosen 7th. He's like Neo.
Key 3. Yes, so I believe that we're wearing the cloak, so when we move through here... This room is incredibly hot, we are safe. So the demon that you thought you saw... You can stop him from appearing if you deal with the flames in this room before opening the door, but if you open the door first, you feel a gust of wind.
Oh!
And a searing blast of heat knocks you across the room.
That is it.
Yes, a flaming horror appears at the end of the bridge.
What is the red armorer doing here?
Firebrand, get out of here. You can't taunt here. Alright, so let's grab our sphere of cold and chuck it into the fire below. The hell-spawned flames quickly vanish as soon as the sphere touches them. With nothing to feed itself on, the fire drake immediately follows suit.
Well, that's just kind of
and
depressing.
There we go. So yeah, if you throw that into the fire before opening the door, you never meet the fire drake.
Dave over here, who preternaturally solves puzzles without even thinking.
A sharp
so
cold
crazy.
wind whips up.
My mind is blown.
I can't believe that there is something in this game that you hadn't seen.
I was like, the Nintendo Power had it. How come I never got to see it?
All right, let's save the game. This is a sturdy wooden bridge, and a strong cold wind blows up from the chasm.
Hey, buddy.
As you step on the bridge, a troll appears and says, "David."
This bridge is mine. It'll cost you a gold coin to cross. Hand it over, buddy.
This guy.
What's the wait? You got places to be, right, buddy?
So he needs a coin to pass, but there are multiple ways to deal with this motherfucker. One of which is just fucking kill him with the spear. Fall silently into the dark cavern. You listen, but you do not hear him crash. Well, I'm sure that's fine.
I've never received a very long coin before.
The moon casts a brilliant shadow over the grounds of the courtyard. The Cyclops stands before you, ready for battle. Let's hit him. A battle cry dies in your throat as the Cyclops crushes your skull with his club.
Bonk!
Man, they really let him do anything with this game as long as they didn't show it. Can I move past him? No, I'm afraid to get near it. Okay. So, let's do what any good Christian boy would do when faced with a behemoth ready to kill us. Let's throw a stone into the sling.
Let's pray.
Let's pray.
Let's pray him to death.
Pray and then apply violence.
As soon as you start twirling the sling, a magical influence takes over your body. You cry out, "Death to the Philistine!" and release the stone. Bullseye!
He's so lame. He's such a lamer. Is he the chosen one because nobody just wants to hang out with this guy?
Yes.
They're like, you know what? You're the chosen one. Please go into this castle and die.
We know that everybody we send into this castle drops dead, so that's going to be how we deal with this guy.
We've just been sent on a beer run by Lackmare. So you can almost see the stars revolving around the Cyclops' head. He is down, but not out. So let's finish him. Sword on the Cyclops. Drive the sword deep into the Cyclops. Blood pours out of the wound and onto the grass.
Fatality.
It's a dead Cyclops. What do you expect after stabbing him with your sword?
Idiot.
Moron. Buffoon. Crank turns rather easily. At the end of the rope, there is a small bucket. It's used to fetch water from the depths. Oh no!
Oh, we only have 50 torches.
Whew. That was close. Can I take the bucket? No. Can I open the bucket?
The bucket is open.
Ah, of course, there's a gauntlet inside the bucket. It's a gauntlet of
this is a
silver
good game.
plate.
I prefer the elf myself.
Yeah. David, did you have a favorite gauntlet character?
I usually played the Valkyrie.
Okay. I never played it enough to have a favorite, but...
Well, see, the color is predominantly the factor here.
I see. Is the Valkyrie blue?
Yeah.
Which one was red? That would have been my favorite.
I feel like that was like either a barbarian or dwarf, depending on the version.
Gotcha. Can I jump down the well? With a mighty leap, you jump headfirst into the well. On the way down, you see no water below. Well, that's not a very good well. It was deeper than you imagined. You've just broken every bone in your body. Your pathetic, weak, gangly body hits the floor and just shatters into a million pieces.
The tips of your fingers explode into a billion shattered bone pieces.
Your shitty little sack of shit, garbage body, can't stand a little fall.
Your skeleton is now a bag of Cheerios.
Okay, important update. For Gauntlet, the red character was Thor the Warrior.
Thor the Warrior. Okay.
There's also Thyra the Valkyrie, Merlin the Wizard, who's yellow, and Questor the Elf.
Yeah, Festor?
Questor.
Questor?
Festor's Questor.
Questor from the Addams Family.
Festor from the Questor.
Festor the Questor. This is a long, drafty hallway with one flight of stairs and several open passages. So, of course, we gotta burn the rug.
Take that, Warlock Lord.
Rug really brought the room together, but I don't care. Alright. There's also another room, I think, in this hallway in the original Mac version that leads to a barracks, which is just instant death. There's nothing you can do in there, so they removed it from the NES version. You stand in a small library. Look at this little guy. Skull of some unfortunate individual. But he looks so happy.
Yeah, he looks pretty jovial.
This fine map of the lands of Tarkus is quite detailed, although incomplete.
This is a shit map. They left out the entire, island continent.
Yeah, what about the Isles of Yelbus Belbus?
Of Terabera. Fuck it. We'll take the map.
Where do I find the Isles of the Sirens of the Care Bears?
Look inside the desk. Look at all this shit in this desk. We have scroll 3. It's an ancient leather-bound parchment. Scroll 4 is also an ancient leather-bound parchment. Key 5 is a small iron key, and the glasses are worn. They've probably been used for a long time. Well, I want all of this.
I want it all.
Let's see. If I use the scroll on myself, I'm wasting my time. Okay, I guess just to open the scroll. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. Lands under the heavens, the key to the world. Terra Tarak.
Dinosaur Hunter.
Man, I loved Tarak.
Now you have it as a spell.
To move the sun from far to near, light is what the darkness fears.
Wow.
Were these poems written by Elon Musk? Instantum Illumina. I wonder what that does.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm glad that you learned, Pajama Sam, no need to hide when it's dark outside.
This looks like a gem-shaped hole. The bookcase slowly slides away, revealing a secret
every
passage.
time I heard that.
This book's title is The History of the War. You open the book and read it. And when the Warlock Lord had finally gained power, he went up against the great kings. The evil one would have succeeded if it were not for the Circle of 12. If he ever returns to power, Tarkus will not live to see the rising sun. Okay.
So did he keep this book because it's like, oh, we're scared shitless of this guy, because otherwise just documenting his previous failure?
This book's title is The Circle of 12. The Circle of 12 was formed before most things began to be. Their names are Framus, Garelin, Talatin, Ronlin, Talamar, Magnus, Wantave, Buttwick, Tenmak,
Good old Buttwick.
Shartnir, Lakmir, and Turgor.
Diaroni.
Boboli. The circle was broken when Talamar took a new name, the Warlock Lord.
Shalimar.
This book's title is Gods. And when these days appear, the people will call upon their gods, and there will be no answer. Nay, only he who carries the sword shall truly be given the scales to judge them by. Okay. I've never actually read these books. The book is open and examined. The words are like none you've ever seen. Oh, this book's title is Blue Dragon. You open the book and read it. And then there shall come a day when things will be lost and people won't know where. Well, that sounds annoying. And brothers will run away for absolutely no reason at all, and things will happen in the sky.
Is that what happened in the 360 JRPG?
And people will marvel at friends who have new names, and birds will be different.
What?
Oh, this book's title is Shadowgate. Oh, this must be the NES novelization
Worlds
of Shadowgate. Worlds of Power, yes. The castle Shadowgate is not the largest castle on Tarkus, but it is the most powerful.
It is the horniest.
The castle is surrounded by an impenetrable mountain known as Gatekeeper.
Impenetrable.
Only members of the now lost Circle of 12 can enter it. It is said that the walls of Shadowgate themselves are quite alive. Okay. This book is Westland. Areas not mentioned in this book are still not known to neither man nor elf. The chief borders are the Torlin Forest to the south, the Westland Sea to the west, Swamplands to the north, and the Darken Range to the east.
Must suck if, you want to get, Grubhub or whatever to deliver to Shadowgate, and only a member of the 12 can even access it.
Yes. So there's one book here that we were unable to read, because the words are like none we have ever seen. Well, what happens if we put on these dorky-looking glasses? They fit perfectly, and you can see very well. The words are like none you've ever seen. Really, so you still can't read it.
I think it's the one on the desk you want to be looking at.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's look at that one then. Wow! With these glasses, you can understand and read what you could not before. The light grows faint, the path winds round. Where life is lost, wisdom is found. The seed of the dream, for the evil is free. Where the sword is hung, he must place the key. A bridge to from, amidst burning death, a demon to guard.
A bridge to from, breath. Amidst income.
Motari riseth. Alright, we've learned a magic spell. And then the book fucking disappears.
And then the book fucking disappears.
This room is dominated by a large fireplace set in a red brick wall. This playthrough started so reverent to Shadowgates, and now we're just spewing cum on the walls of the library of the Warlock.
Hey, maybe if the main character wasn't such a chud, we would respect him more.
Through this portal, you can see the moon hovering over the darkened mountains. What's this? Oh, it's a pewter goblet which glows with a lustrous shine. This is a globe mounted on a stand for display. It shows all the known lands. Looking closely, you can see a seam along the equator.
Hold on, this is to show all of the lands. Where's the Isle of Dungus Bungus?
Where's the Isle of Shithouse?
Isle of Shithouse.
Lands under the heavens, the key to the world, Terra Tarak. Let's go ahead and use that spell. A large crack appears around the equator of the globe.
This is a very situational spell.
It is. This is a spell that Elvis would have for the express purpose of using in his escape room in his apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, key 6 and bottle 5. What's bottle 5 look like? A small black bottle with a cork on top. Alright, let's take that. And let's take key 6. Beautiful. We've also got a bellows here. Has stoked many a floundering fire. Alright, yeah, we'll take that. And then we've also got a black iron poker. I don't know if we need that, but I'm going to take it anyway. Hell, we'll take the goblet too. Why not? We've got plenty of room in our inventory. And I can't move into the fireplace. Oh! With a cry, you jump to your death. It takes only a couple of seconds before you hit the bottom with a very pathetic, not even very impactful thud.
You don't even make a sound.
Your neck snaps and your head falls clean off. Alright, let's do all that again. The music in this game is so good, but I found that if you try to listen to it outside of the game, it's just a 10-second loop over and over again every time.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric, but it is short.
Alright, let's get out of here.
I think you can light the fireplace if I don't think it does anything, but...
Well, we gotta do it. You torch the firewood. The fire starts burning, adding warmth to the room. How nice. Alright, so that's one room down. Let's see what's in here. It smells like a kennel in here, and there are no windows through which to circulate fresh air. Ugh. There's a strange, poisonous-looking liquid in the pot. It really stinks! Can't take it. Can I open it? It won't open. Can I use it? What do you want to use this on? Myself. Slurp? Slurp! You taste the poisonous-looking liquid in the pot. You notice small blue hairs begin to grow on the palms of your hands. The viscous liquid seems to contain body-altering ingredients.
And you can just, just keep going, I guess.
Looking at the blue hair covering your hands, you hesitate to drink the awful stinking liquid. No, let me do it. Fine.
Let me drink the awful stinking liquid.
So we've got some shit here. There's a horseshoe, a small silver vial. Oh, there's another potion that is impossibly light, in case you fucked it up the first time. That's good. An extremely slimy jar, an empty test tube, a small silver vial that is also impossibly light, and a regular silver vial. Here we have a steel mesh cage rattling constantly with a simple latch securing it. And also, lab animals can be chained to this stone while performing experiments on them. Interesting. Okay, so this is the way we came. This is the way we can go. Let's go ahead and open this up. You remove the latch and a mutated dog pounces on you. It looks like the doctor put something strange in the dog's water. Before you can do anything else, the mutation quickly rips you apart. Cool.
I don't care what anybody says, he's still a good boy.
Of course. Should I take any of these other potions? Let's see. Let's grab that. Let's grab that.
I mean, just think you can
this.
Have to scroll that much more in your inventory.
Yeah. It's fine. Ah, you stand in a small garden. The only sound is of falling water in the night. This exquisite marble fountain is shaped into the image of a sea serpent. From its mouth spews an acidic liquid. It's a small wooden flute. It looks like it could make wonderful music. The bark on this tree shows no hint of disease, and its leaves are an awesome gold color.
Oh, I'd love to see them.
Oh, let's grab this flute. As you reach for the flute, you touch the water and pain explodes through your hand. The water is extremely acidic and obviously not good for drinking. Fine, well, I'll just use the water then, on myself. Kneeling down next to the fountain, you drink a handful of the acidic water. You can't even scream because you no longer have a throat, let alone a larynx. Man. Deadly.
Thanks for playing Space Quest 4. You've been a real pant load.
Yes. Well, clearly, we have to do something to our hand to take this flute, and we got this gauntlet, so let's just throw it on. Feels like it was made just for you. Cool, now we can take the flute. By using the silver gauntlet, you remove the flute easily. The sound of the water splashing is music to your ears. Is there anything else I can do on this screen?
Not that I recall.
I think that's it, yeah.
I thought there was something in the tree. Maybe I'm misremembering. Let's see here. You are awed by the majestic beauty of this immense banquet hall.
I double-checked and there is something else on that screen, by the way.
Nice. Okay.
And you'll never guess.
And you won't believe what happened next.
And that thing on the screen? Albert Einstein. Let's see. Can I open the tree? To move the sun from far to near. What if I did that? The room suddenly seems to be lit by a million torches as the spell is released. Okay.
Not even close.
Not even close. Nothing happens when I use Motari. Nothing happens when I use Tarek. Humana, nothing happens. And Epor is useless. Okay. What am I missing here? Is it something I can do right now?
Oh, absolutely.
What if I use the flute? It seems like you wake from a dream only to find a hole in the tree. Is it real? The flute's music is like magic.
You'll fuck the tree's brains out in your slumber.
The tree pulls forth a pack of Marlboros and smokes a cig. It's a ring set with a large black sapphire. The ring is in hand. It's a ring! Set with a large black sapphire.
It's a ring!
Now I just want, like, a screamo musician to be the narrator in this game. Okay, large banquet hall. Here we go. First things first, fucking burn.
Stuff in here.
The rug quickly catches on fire and burns away. A key can be seen underneath. See, kids, that is why you burn everything you see.
Beavis and Butthead were right.
It's the family crest of Sir Dugan himself.
Good old Dugan.
The frame of this fine mirror is laced with silver and gold. I'll take it.
I'll have that mirror.
I'll have that. What's this? A silk tapestry? I can't reach it from here.
You know, you can burn it.
But I can torch it. Awesome. So, let's see. These doors are all going to be locked.
Lord's just watching over his bank of monitors being, come on.
Come on, dude. I told you, don't irreparably destroy anything in the escape room. Okay, key 4 opens up that bad boy. What about key 6? Does that open something?
Oops. You're wasting your time.
Okay, key 6 opens that one. And key 5 opens that one. Look at all these new doors we have to go through.
Love doors.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Although the evening air is cool, this small circular room radiates a fervent heat. Oh, a large fireball suddenly appears in the room and causes you to shield your eyes. When you open them, you notice that the fire has changed into something far more menacing. A puppy. The hellhound makes this hot room even hotter. There must be a way to cool the room off before you roast.
Already spent my ice orb.
I mean, I'm wearing armor, a cloak, a gauntlet, a pair of glasses. Like, can I just take my clothes off? Let's see here. If I take this, the demon dog snarls and pounces on you. Its teeth sink deep into your flesh. This is a small corridor where two arched doors wait patiently for you. And what's this one? Ah, this appears to be a sphinx. It looks at you indifferently. You have stumbled upon a sphinx. It has the body of a lion and the head of a man. Can I go upstairs? As you move, the sphinx spoke. Who are you? No one may pass without my permission. To pass, you must answer a riddle.
Elvis.
First burnt and beaten, drowned and pierced with nails, then stepped on by long-faced animals. Dost thou know? Bring me the answer to my riddle, and I shall let thee pass. So there's a number of different riddles that this guy can throw at you, and the answer is always like some inventory item that either is completely unnecessary for the rest of the game, or is, I think that some of them are even ones that you do need, so this is much more annoying in the original when you have limited inventory space. At least here we can cram all this shit into my bag and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
First burnt and beaten, drowned and pierced with nails, then stepped on by long-faced animals.
This one's feels very literal.
Yeah.
It was key 5.
Oh, shit. Stepped on by long-faced animals.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the horseshoe. Of course. You have correctly answered my riddle, warrior. Thou may now pass. This is important, too.
It is important, yes.
I'm going to take a screenshot. All right, let's go. A telescope is beside the window. A star map is on the wall. This must be an observatory. It's an ornate carving of a shooting star. The object is made of silver and is extremely heavy. Well, of course we want that. It's a map of the known galaxy. You can see billions and billions of stars.
Billions
the map
and
seems
billions.
Billions and billions. The map seems to be only loosely attached to the wall. Well, then let's take it. I can't take it. Then let's open it. Wow! What's that? It's a rod made of cast iron. Oh my god. Fine, yes, torch, okay. What's this? It's an ancient leather-bound parchment. There's all of those all over this place. Scroll 5 is open, and I've read the scroll. Observing the stars, the throne constellation appears once every 5 summers. Legend says that it is a portal to another land. Cool. Can I go up these stairs, up this ladder? Ah, you are so captivated by this woman's beauty that you momentarily forget her predicament.
Whoa, hubba hubba! Hello, nurse!
Yes, in the moonlight she is even more beautiful, as she's fucking chained to a stone wall in a tower, wearing a nightgown.
Awooga!
This fine lass lies upon the floor, chained to the wall.
I barely even nougat.
She's extremely beautiful. Well, let's take her. Can't take her. Can we hit that? Pow! Oh, with a loud roar, the wolf pounces on you, taking your life. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, you know what? While we're here, let's use this telescope. As you peer from the telescope, you are amazed by the clarity of the night sky. Alright, cool. That was fun. Let's go back up. What is this? This is some sort of spike that is made of precious metals. Ouch! The tips are as sharp as needles. Okay, so if we try to take the spike, the wolf rips our throat out. So clearly, werewolf.
This extremely beautiful werewolf.
Extremely beautiful werewolf. Let's plunge a silver arrow through her. Your aim is true as you plunge the silver arrow into the beautiful woman. Heyo! The beautiful lady suddenly transforms to a wolf!
So, without the meta knowledge, knowing it's a werewolf, that was, very cruel, given the predicament.
Yeah, there's no way. Okay, well. Through this portal, you can see the moon hovering over the darkened mountains. I can probably jump out of there, but we won't. Nothing to do with this chain. It must have taken super strength to have ripped the chain apart. Cool. Alright, well, I think we've got what we needed from up here.
Would you like to answer another riddle?
Can't take these torches.
What
I have
walks
nothing else
on?
to do.
What walks on 4 legs as a baby? 2 legs as a man? Wait, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't care. I don't care. You know what?
I had a riddle for you, but I went on a bender and I forgot most of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm the Sphinx. I think I'll just kill you.
What? I'm going to take a nap. You need to leave. This has towns but no houses, forests but no trees, rivers but no fish. It's a map.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we need to come back there, we know what we need. Let's come back up here to this horn. It's forged of flawless platinum. Its beauty is unbelievable.
It's even more beautiful than the werewolf.
It's even prettier than the woman who was chained to the wall. Hubba hubba. Okay, so we need to do something with this hellhound.
We're getting into territory where your unflinching memory of this game is beginning to falter.
It is, yes. Yeah, I've played through this game multiple times, but usually I play through like the first half of it before I save and then quit to come back to later, and then I never do. Can I just kill it? Nope.
You're like, ha! And immediately die.
Can I go up here? Nope. Can't do anything in this room. Can't do anything fun.
Nothing happened. I will be right back.
I do not believe you have what you need presently for this particular puzzle.
Okay, then I can come back for this. But first I want to try playing the flute. The flute's music could possibly lead you to an endless dream. Okay. This is a passageway with 2 arches, and more importantly, two torches. From this windy ledge, you can get an idea of the size and strength of the castle.
It's a whopper.
Lightning lights up the countryside as you stand on a lookout point. This is a pot of gold. The leprechaun must have skipped town. This canvas pouch looks to be quite light. Close inspection reveals some druidic script on it. As you move the pot, you realize that you have fallen for the oldest trick in the book. You suddenly find yourself knee-deep in the moat. It seems the alligators really enjoy your company.
Look at this bozo here thinking that there was actually solid ground there.
Wow. Look at me with no indication that the floor was cracked, that this stone would fall away if I just picked up a pot of gold.
You were just overcome with all that greed.
Can I open it? Nope. Can't even open it. Can't move it. You know, they do this shit in King's Quest V too. Just once, I want to see a bunch of riches. Like, they do it in Monkey Island and Curse of Monkey Island. Like, just give me a bunch of riches and let me have them. Just let me keep them. Alright. So let's see. I do remember that we need to do something here, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to do it yet. Let's put this rod here. Suddenly the sky seems to be on fire as a bolt of pure lightning strikes the rod. You are startled to see a skeletal hand rise from a hole that is formed at your feet. Aha! Look at that hand! It's a wand of sorts. Carved on the side of the wand is a small picture of a serpent. The wand is in hand. As you take the wand from the skeletal hand, it begins to descend. The hole then closes up as if it had never been.
Bye!
Alright. Can I take my rod back? No, I can't.
That's where it belongs.
Oh, what's in the bag 3? Oh, big coin and gold coin, gold coin, gold coin.
But as soon as you take these, you're gonna fall through the ground.
Let's come over here. You are in a small throne room. A skeleton wearing a gold crown sits on a throne in front of you. The rug quickly catches on fire and burns away. Good, good.
Love that they consistently allow us to do that.
Yes, me too. In the center of the pillar is a carving of a sword. Sir Dugan's royal seal is carved in the stone pillar in vivid colors.
Sir Dugan, I know that crest.
Although he looks dead enough, this royal skeleton sends shivers down your spine. There seems to be something in his hand. Well, it's a good thing we got this scepter all this time ago. As soon as you give the scepter to the skeleton, the seal on the pillar lowers. You can now see a ring-shaped hole. Well, hot damn, we've got a ring.
Somewhere.
Somewhere in this bag of crap. The ring fits perfectly. The throne magically rises, revealing a secret passageway. Can I do anything with this?
Ow, my hand!
Ouch! That smarts! Alright. This hallway is made of large granite slabs. Look at all these torches!
It's Torch City over here. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday and I asked for torches! Oh, without thinking, you jump through the opening and immediately hear a loud click. Suddenly, the granite slab above you gives way and crushes you beneath it. It breaks every bone in your body.
Blackmere, can we get a chosen one with better bones?
Seriously. Need to drink my milk or something.
You get the dopamine rush of getting all these torches anyway.
Yes. On the opposite wall are a pair of stone beasts guarding a dark archway. This stone statue is some 3.5 feet tall and ugly as all heck. It is very cold to the touch. They both are. Torch, torch, torch. So we've got a couple of exits here. We have a doorway and a very dark. Let's go to the very dark. Ooh, sulfurous fumes rise from the hot molten lava some 30 feet below you. Swimming would not be wise. This huge statue is made of precious metals. It holds a basin of smoldering coals. But I can't take it. Shouting a battle cry, you catapult yourself off of the platform. You are brave, warrior, but stupid! Your body explodes as you plunge into the lava.
I don't think that's how lava works.
You go full Prinny as you jump into the lava and explode. Alright. Oh, suddenly the beasts begin to shudder and their eyes begin to glow red. The gargoyles, angered at your presence, spring from their frozen state and rip you to pieces. There's not enough left of you to even feed the birds.
Oh.
Damn! This is lethal.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, let's back up for a minute. That's just outside again. We're done there. Man. Can we come down here? Yes, we can. We used Epor. Alright, so now that we have... What is it exactly? The wand. It's a wand of sorts. Carved on the side of the wand is a small picture of a serpent. There was a serpent in this room, so I believe we can now go deal with that. Let's find...
I mean, it just makes sense.
It does. Let's use the bottle too. A giant snake, but if we look at it, it's a giant snake. It doesn't move. Perhaps it's getting ready to strike. You wait for the creature to kill you, but it still has yet to move. Upon closer inspection, you laugh at your foolishness. It's only a statue. You buffoon. You nincompoop. You idiot. So, I was thinking that you had to use the flute here, but you don't. You need to use the wand, and I know you need to use the wand because it has a picture of a serpent on it. The snake begins to shake and shudder. Is it just your eyes, or is it shrinking? Wow, the serpentine statue begins to change. It grows smaller and smaller! It dematerializes and forms anew as a staff of tremendous beauty. Druidic script winds its way around this staff. You can feel power emanating from it. Fuck yeah. The staff is in hand. Alright. Okay, now I think we're done with the first part of the castle. But before I go any further, am I misremembering that?
Misremembering what? Like in terms of like if I'm checking you if you've missed anything early?
I think that I have everything from before this bridge now.
I think so.
Alright, well... Oh, the troll says you must pay a toll of 1 gold coin. Well, guess what, buddy? Guess what?
I don't think you can try that little spear trick. I'm ready for spears. I got my own spear now.
Got my own spear now. The spell was chanted, Humana. As soon as the spell is invoked, you lose sight of yourself. You're as invisible as the wind.
Huh, I guess he just decided to go home.
Nice. Alright, cool. Okay, am I still not ready for the Hellhound, David?
How about you go to the lab real quick, because you're overlooking something important there.
Am I? Do I want this vial?
No. But now you do have it.
Now I have it. Can I hit this stone? No. I can't open the stone. I can't take the stone. Can I hit? Thump, the sound echoes in the room. Am I missing something from this screen?
It is involving that stone there. I think you might have had an issue just like with it registering the solution there. Try the open again a few more times. Maybe go a little bit more up.
I had to use it. The stone rises slowly out of the floor. A shining vial is inside it. The glass vial is filled with clear liquid. The sign of the cross is on it.
You got Catholicism.
Good. Finally. Well, if the sign of the cross is on it, that must mean that it's good against things from hell. The holy water has sent the hellhound back to the place where it was spawned, which is hell. The flame died out. The room is quiet, as though nothing had happened.
So, in this, Shadowgate world, we have Philistines from the Bible, but we also have, a Council of the 12, and warlocks and druids, etc.
Yeah. It's pretty mixed up.
And the Isle of Sirens from Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yabba Dabba Doo. As you stand on the turret, an eerie blue dragon appears in the clear, starry sky. Hello. It doesn't seem to understand what you say. This rather heavy talisman is made of gold and is extremely sharp along its edges. It shines with an incredible brilliance. Well, I want that. With the speed of lightning, the wyvern wraps its tail around your neck. You die, screaming silently. Do I have a calm spell? Where the sword is hung, he must place the key, a bridge to from amidst burning death, a demon to guard. Okay, I remember where that is for. What if we use Illumina? Nothing happens. Tarek doesn't do anything. Humana doesn't do anything. Epor doesn't do anything.
He's serpentine enough for him to be considered a rope.
What if?
You can deal with the wyvern presently, by the way.
I can?
Yes, but it's also just a very specific item that I wouldn't have thought of.
Okay. I think I remember. The ornate carving of a shooting star. The star becomes a flash of light as you launch it.
Obviously.
Crash! It strikes the wyvern and explodes into 1,000,000 pieces. Nice. Lots of things exploding into millions of pieces in this game.
Mm-hmm.
This pedestal is some 13 inches tall, made of some unknown metal. The sky foretells the coming of a great storm, and you seem to be wasting your time. Okay, so we have the talisman now.
Chop chop, buddy. Torches don't grow on trees.
They do not. We don't need to go back in here. We don't need to come back here. Let's see, I believe this is where we need to use the Motari spell. Let's look at it first before we do. Light grows faint, the path winds round, where life is lost, wisdom is found. The seat of the dream, for the evil is free, where the sword is hung, he must place the key. A bridge to from, amidst burning death, a demon to guard. Hell yeah, Motari riseth. The statue lowers and a large platform rises out of the lava. You now have a way across. This
looks a little sad
bitch-ass
in the
statue.
hole.
Yeah. Alright, stalagmites surround this room just like the cavernous jaws of a huge beast.
3 levers in a row.
Looks like a large, very deep pit. This is a strong-looking metal cylinder. And these are finely crafted wooden handles. There are 3 handles here, side by side.
Yeah, 3 handles, they can be up or down. Uh-oh.
Oh, you woke the sleeping guard from his beauty sleep. He decides to eat you for breakfast. Wow. So, luckily, we saw the solution to this puzzle, and it was behind the Sphinx. So the 3 levers are up. I want to take the rightmost one down. And now I want to take the center one down. Now I want to take the rightmost one up. Scree! The cylinder lifts with a shuddering sound. You're momentarily dazzled as the darkness is lit by a blinding flash. The silver orb is revealed. Oh, hell yeah. Silver orbs in hand.
Love orbs.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Incredible. Wow. Now, is there anything that I can do with this hole?
I don't think so. I mean, you can get eaten if you want.
Illumina does nothing.
I assume speedrunners
Okay.
have to know how many actions you can take before dying from no torch.
So what speedrunners actually do, from what I understand, is they abuse a buffer overflow glitch in the inventory that... I forget exactly how it works, but essentially they duplicate an item and cause the inventory to grow beyond what it's supposed to grow to, and then that starts generating inventory items for you, and they use that to clear the game.
Huh.
Not nearly as exciting as actually just, going fast, but still an interesting thing all on its own. Let's see. Is there something I can do with these gargoyles?
There is.
Put the burning torch close to it. Suddenly the beasts begin to shudder and their eyes begin to glow. Nice. Rip me apart. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Extremely slimy jar. What if I use it on myself? You swallow the viscous liquid, it's like drinking tar. Cool. Nothing else happens. Got it.
It's gonna be terrible when you use the restroom, though.
What's in the black bottle? It's a sweet as sugar. Okay.
Gargoyles are
What if
unimpressed.
What if I show you this crest? Just wasting my time.
Do-do-do-do.
Can't use the blade. Nothing happens with the orb.
Aha!
Ah! Oh, there goes the torch. Suddenly you trip over something, you break your face into a billion
Gargoyles
pieces.
laugh.
The gargoyles laugh their asses off at you, you klutz. you doofus.
Rick, did you ever watch Gargoyles on the Disney Afternoon?
I did not, no.
Well, they turned the stone in the
gargoyles were
daylight.
also affected and haven't yet recovered from the spell.
Or I guess you could just say, like, oh, have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z when they use a solar flare?
I haven't done that either. It's a big gap in my weeb knowledge. The room seems to be made solely for the purpose of housing the well. Fine well is made of both stone and mortar. This door is covered with dust and dirt. The door is locked.
You're really literally burning through these torches.
Yes, I'm kind of surprised at how quickly they're going. The wooden planks act as a cover for the well. The cover of well is open. Can't move there. With a mighty leap, you jump headfirst into the well. On the way down, you see no water below. I can't believe this happened to me twice.
Ouch!
Ouch, that smarts. Epor? No. No, of course not. It's never Epor. No, I don't want to read it again.
Every single time you read it, your palms become really sweaty.
Yes. Do I need one of those Featherfall bottles again?
No, I don't believe so.
What if I use this bottle on myself? Nothing happens. Cover of well is opened. Cool. Yeah, I really don't remember as much about the last parts of the game as I thought I did.
I mean, some of these puzzles are more obtuse than others.
Do I have what I need right now?
You do, but I also wonder if you're going to realize you even have it anymore.
Uh-huh. Okay, I can't chuck a gold coin down the well.
I mean, it's too small.
Is it?
I mean, look at it, it's pathetic. You think the well's going to accept a coin like that?
Oh, bag 3 is already open. Let's take a big coin. It's what they should have called Bitcoin. Big coin. As soon as you throw the coin into the well, a huge wind erupts from within it. It reminds you of the small dust devils you see in the autumn months.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I like it. Alright, now the swirling winds carry me down the deep well and set me gently into the cavern below. You stand above a beach, looking down upon a river. This is a great gold gong. Its beauty is enhanced by the intricate stand that supports it. This mallet is made from what appears to be centaur hide. Ah, Karen. After the gong sounds, a specter materializes right before your eyes. The ghostly ferryman doesn't look friendly. You hear a faint voice ask for a fare. Well, I have these gold coins. The ferryman takes the coin and gestures you to board quickly. You climb aboard the tiny raft and soon reach the opposite bank. A stone skull stands against the far wall, screaming silently. For some reason, you get the feeling you are standing on sacred ground. The jaw of the skull is made of polished stone. It's a polished stone slab with an odd-shaped niche cut out of it. The shape of crown is carved in middle pillar. The shape of jewel is carved in right pillar. The shape of sword is carved in left pillar. Okay. This talisman is rather heavy, made of gold, extremely sharp, and shines with an incredible brilliance. Oops.
You chose poorly, idiot.
You have placed the bladed sun in the wrong hole. You did not heed the warnings, and now the Warlock Lord's defenses end your life. Damn.
Luckily, Karen is right behind you. It's like, all right, buddy.
Yeah. The artifact, known as the Bladed Sun, is now secured and in place. Alright, I guess we'll fucking read Scroll 1 again. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access, the Bladed Sun. Okay, we did that part. The Silver Orb to banish below, the Staff of Ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the Golden Blade, the last to invoke the Platinum Horn. Let's see, does this have to go into one of these? No,
You're done
of
with
course
the
not.
slots.
That would be ridiculous if that was the case.
You had to fill out all of the indentations.
The sound of the horn echoes loudly in your ears. Suddenly you hear the sound of grinding rock. The jaw of the skull begins to descend. Hot wind erupts from the mouth, creating the illusion that the stone skull is alive.
Yeah, so use the horn last, so obviously use it second.
Yeah, exactly. The cavern that you have entered is by far the largest your eyes have ever gazed upon. From the depths rises the most powerful creature that has ever existed, the Behemoth.
Aw, nuts.
Your stomach knots up as you stare at this new horror. The beast is indeed incredible. You wonder for a moment how you can defeat such a creature as this.
Well, I got a bunch of crap. Something's got to work.
Oh, I can't save my game anymore. Oh no.
Well, like the behemoth's right here. Now or never,
it's
buddy.
true. Throw a blade at it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Use the staff? Oh no, it can't use the staff. The Warlock Lord feels your presence and knows that you are the seed that must be destroyed. Flame shoots forth from his staff and engulfs your body. You have failed. Pathetic. Loser.
How did the rest of that prophecy go?
Cool. Very scary. We're all very terrified. How did the rest of the prophecy go? I think I had to use the blade. Ah, yes, use the blade with the staff, and suddenly lightning begins to flash in the room. Then the golden spike slides smoothly onto the staff and locks into place. Now how about me?
Okay. Hey, guess what?
Okay, I still a living failure. Got it. Watch this again. It's very cool.
I mean, that is a big behemoth.
All right, let's read the prophecy again, David. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access the Bladed Sun. Done. Silver Orb to banish below. The Staff of Ages to vanquish the foe. Okay. So I need this stupid orb.
Three are 1, Brick.
Oh my god, do I have to do that? Light cascades to the room as the staff becomes a living entity. Now... Wow.
How embarrassing.
How pathetic. What a loser. Alright, use the staff. Oh, I don't want to use the staff on the horn. I want to use it on the blade. Oh, no, I don't. I want to use the blade on the staff. There we go. Then the orb on the staff. Announce my presence. Blind everybody. Is this just a case of using the staff on the behemoth instead? You pray as you raise the Staff of Ages that it has the power that the prophets claimed. The staff pulsates with power and a beam of light explodes from it, striking the behemoth.
Ow!
Yeah, see ya, nerd.
Well, I'm taking my warlock and going home.
Look at him go. The creature screams in agony, thrashing back and forth in great pain. In his rage, he grabs the Warlock Lord and descends into the depths forever. You can hear the Warlock Lord's screams fade into silence. Suddenly, it is very quiet. A beautiful light seems to fill the cavern. The morning sun, you say to yourself. It is over. Although exhausted, you lean on the Staff of Ages and begin your long journey home.
Gonna make a great walking stick.
Word of your historic quest has already reached the farthest parts of the land. You are triumphantly greeted as you enter the gates of the royal city of Stormhaven. Moments later, you are ushered into the royal palace, where you are greeted by the king.
King!
David?
I know what thou hast done, brave one. The world would be dark, forever without thee. Yep, forever without thee.
Yep, forever without thee.
Do you like my guard's shorts? You are bestowed. To rule and the king's fair daughter's hand.
Nice. As you leave the throne room, you know that although this quest is over, others await. After all, the bards will need new legends to sing of, and new tales to tell. The first stories end. And that's Shadowgate.
It's a real good time. Despite, some questionable design in spots, it's a very, very charming game.
It definitely is. It oozes atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. I wish the other two games in the lineage could kind of live up to that. And I'll be curious to see what Shadowgate Beyond offers, since I never experienced it.
Well, you never experienced it because it's brand new.
It's true.
As I mentioned at the beginning, there was a Shadowgate Beyond, but it wasn't in this format. So the developers got back together, brought on some new talents, and went back to the drawing board, took the original design documents, and created Shadowgate Beyond, which was just released maybe a week ago or so as of this recording. And really looking forward to getting into that next. It'll be my first time playing through, because again, it is brand new. But they apparently tried pretty hard to maintain the atmosphere of this game while kind of bringing it up to a more modern quality of life standards. So we will all see together how the new Shadowgate is. But in the meantime, if you are craving more Shadowgate, if you'd like to try this for yourself, there are half a dozen different renditions of this game. There is the black and white Mac version, there's the color Apple II version, there is the NES version, there is this enhanced NES version that is on Steam for $8 that includes 3 games, one of which is Shadowgate and it's worth $8 alone. There is a more recent remake that came out a few years ago that has all new graphics and sound and new puzzles and even a hard mode. You can play Shadowgate on the Game Boy Color. You can play a sequel on the Nintendo 64. You can find the original Beyond Shadowgate and play that. You can play the new Shadowgate. You can buy these games on Steam and play Deja Vu 2, which only came out on computers and has never been seen since. You have so many options available to you for Mac Ventures, so if you enjoyed watching this game, by all means, dig in. They're really great games, even if they are flawed, full of atmosphere, great writing. Yeah, Shadowgate's really special to me. I've played it many times. I love it very much. And I know it's special to David and Dave, too, if he is still here with us.
Absolutely. So, get on that and tune in for Scaring Often if you're still hungry.
Yes, tune in, as my wife Jessie and I will be playing through the entirety of Beyond Shadowgate for the first time next week. Until then, thank you very much. Thank you to my pals David, as always, and Dave for jumping in and providing some commentary and memories of their own for this game. It's always a pleasure having these two bozos alongside me. Save early, save often, and until next time, I hope that your journey doesn't end in a sad way. First stories end something Shadowgate.
How sad for the video to end here.
Yes, it's a sad thing that the video ends here. All right, thanks everybody. Take care.